Hey, what's going on? This is Justin Glover, and if this is your first time here, then I want to say welcome to the blog. If it's your first time to the blog, feel free to click around. If it's not your first time here, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Justin Glover. Let me take my glasses off where I can actually see you. My name is Justin Glover, and I am a husband, a father, an entrepreneur, a blogger, a speaker, a trainer, podcaster, soon-to-be triathlon runner, and all around a pretty good guy. I'm the co-founder of Results513.com, which you are on the blog right now. Maybe, who knows, maybe you're watching this on YouTube. If so, you can click on the link here below. There's going to be a link over to the blog post. So what I want to talk about today in this video is something very, very simple, but something very, very powerful. All right. I believe that whenever we're creating products, all right, especially in the transformation industry, the knowledge industry where we're selling packaged information, I believe that it's very important for us to make a product that can actually deliver the result that we promise to deliver to our customer, all right? And most of the time, that is a life-changing result. It's a life-changing, it's a life-changing thing that they can do. Maybe you're promising them weight loss, or learning how to start their own business, or whatever it is, whatever promise that you're making them, it's typically going to be a life-changing promise for them. And so I have a process that's super simple to walk through, that I walk through, that really helps me make sure that my product is in check, and that I am actually delivering the best possible thing that I could deliver to this market. So anytime I go into a market, this is sort of what I'm looking at. And anytime I'm creating another offer or putting together a product, this is sort of the way that I tend to think about it. Now, I first learned this, I've done my own version of it for a few years now, but I heard Russell Brunson recently explain this in a way that I hadn't actually heard it explained before, and it was awesome. I really loved it. And so that's sort of where the basis of this comes from. And essentially what he says is, imagine your premium product. Like, think about your fly-in. I like to call it, think about your fly-in offer. All right, if you were going to look at your offer as a whole, and if you're going to create something for that offer, and it's the biggest, most badass package that there is that you're going to create, what's the premium price? All right, what would that look like? And I'm talking about like where you fly in to the people's office or to the people's home, and you're helping them for like a week. All right, that type of offer. Now, depending on the market, maybe it's $25,000, maybe it's $100,000. Maybe it's less. Maybe it's that's a $5,000 price point, depending on the market and the industry that you're talking about and that you're serving. Now, imagine that. So for me, here in the make money online entrepreneur, that industry, $25,000 for that type of an offer is about right. So that's sort of towards the high end. Now, once you get into more advanced stuff and masterminds and things, you can definitely get a lot higher. But we're going to go with like the $25,000 price point. So the way that I would do this is I say, okay, imagine somebody just paid me 25 grand. And I fly into their office, all right, into their business. I get off the plane that evening. I go to the hotel. The next morning I wake up and it's day one, all right? I've got 6 days here to teach you everything that I know about how to get this particular result, whatever result it is, all right? So what am I going to teach you on day one? What am I going to teach you on day two? What am I going to teach you on day three? What am I going to teach you on day 4? What am I going to teach you on day 5? What are we going to do on day 6? All right, that is how I approach it, and that's how I recommend you approach it as well. When you think of it this way, you're really coming from a place of, okay, if like this, that pulls out your best stuff, right? It pulls out your absolute best. So somebody just paid you 25 grand. I want you to really imagine this. Somebody paid you that big chunk of money, that premium price. So you're there at their office, at their home. What are you doing on the first day? What do they need to learn? What do they need to understand? So that's what you need to spend that day teaching them. And then you go to day 2. What happens on day 2? Now that they know what you understood yesterday, what you taught them yesterday, what are you guys doing? What are you planning for? All right. So that is the process that I walk through, and just go through that every single day, and you will outline a product that absolutely changes people's lives. And that is how you do it, my friends. And this is where it all starts. So even if you already have a product, if you've got a product that you're selling that you think, yeah, I've thought through that changes people's lives, go through it again, update the product, make sure that you're still serving people at the highest level, and just give as much value to them as you possibly can by simply positioning it just like this. Imagine if they paid you the highest price for your industry. And what would you do? Would you teach them the same way that you're currently teaching them? Maybe it's time to rethink your offer. Who knows? And if you're getting into creating a new offer, then go through this process first, because this is how you create the life-changing offer, the type of offer that literally changes people's lives. All right. Now, what do you do when you have that type of outline put in place? Well, the next step for us is we take that outline and we package it into the offer. All right, we add to it, we add, bonuses and layers and things like that to build up this amazing offer that's worth, $5,000 to $10,000 or more. And that is what we package up to sell in a webinar. And that's sort of our business model. That's what we teach, that's what we do. And so what I would like for you to do is click right here below this video. There's going to be a link you can click off to get our perfect offer blueprint. And that to me is the next step, because now that you know you have that framework, you think, okay, here's what I would do on day 1, here's what I would do on day 2, here's what I would do on day 3, and you have that $25,000 or that $50,000 product outlined. Now it's time to start chunking it back and saying, okay, how do we take it to go from there to a $500 or $1,000 product? And then what does the lead magnet for that look like? What's the core offer for that look like? What is the free content that we put out to do this marketing? What does that look like? So that's the process, my friends. So the next step for you, go ahead, think through this, and I would love it if you've thought through the process and you've outlined your life-changing product and you found this exercise helpful. Please let us know in the comments. I definitely appreciate that. And make sure that you take the next step. Pick up your perfect offer blueprint, and we will get that out in the mail along with the training with you guys. So thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.